Hey there everybody, Gideon's Tactical, doing another knife review for you. This one is of the Condor Knife and Tool Lifeland Hunter knife. And I'm pretty excited for this one. This is a pretty cool design by Condor. Condor is made in El Salvador. They're German owned, but made in El Salvador. They mostly do machetes and kind of like bush jungle type of knives. But this is one of their hunters, so I'll give you a couple quick specs and then we'll talk about it here. You're looking at a plain edge, convex edge as well. Not too many knives that I know of come with convex as a convex edge. Watch my video on different types of blade grinds and benefits and problems of each. But yes, a convex edge. You got a 4.5-inch blade. You have this made out of 420 high carbon steel, same type of steel that Buck uses. Now I don't know what type of heat treatment that Condor does. I really like 420 steel made by Buck. I don't know how good their 420 steel high carbon by Condor is. I'm assuming pretty close. The thickness on the spine is 0.125 inches. Handle material is hardwood, very classy. Overall length is 8.875 inches. Knife weight is 7.04, and country's origin is El Salvador. So let's just look at this little baby here. Haven't seen, I don't think, any reviews on this knife, so hopefully this will help you guys out. Right off the bat, in my opinion, great tip for hunting. It's going to get in there. You're going to be able to pierce into you're going to be able to pierce into the flesh and cut, but it's not too sharp that you're going to maybe hit, different organs or pierce, something that you're not wanting to and ruin your meat. So kind of like a Bowie clip, but not sharp up here. And it's got a really good thickness up there actually too, which I like. A lot of them, get really thin. But I mean, it's got definitely a good piercer right there. It's definitely going to get through the flesh, and then you're going to be able to cut. Now, most of Condor's products use 1075 high carbon. I'm glad they didn't for this particular model. I like 420 a lot. So this convex edge, and if you've read my review, convex edges are the strongest type of edge, but they are kind of difficult to maintain and get sharp. Once they do dull. Then it's going to take forever for them to dull, but once they do, you're definitely going to have to know what you're doing and spend some time sharpening it. And I got to tell you, which makes me so sad, and I hear this a lot from Condor products. This is only my second Condor product. This is pretty dull. I'm going to say it. You can't cut paper very well with it. I mean, if I run my finger along here, I'm going to have to really push hard to cut my finger with this. So out of the box, not very sharp. Very sorry to say that, not very sharp. If you have a sharpening kit, if you like sharpening, if you want to get into sharpening, this is a good knife to have. If you like convex edges, this comes with a factory-made convex. Just they didn't sharpen it enough, in my opinion. Maybe I just need to learn more about convexes. But I mean, I'm running my finger up and down here, and I'm not getting cut, or I'm not worried about cutting my finger right now with doing this up and down on this edge. So very sad about that. But aside from that, the spine itself, full tang, as you can see, whoosh, all the way through there. Awesome finger choil. So you can really get up in here and you can do some good carving. If you're looking at, if you don't mind the dullness of Condors, and you can sharpen them really easily, and 420 is pretty easy to resharpen. You're not going to be sitting all day trying to resharpen this thing. This is awesome little bush knife. I think this would be great for bushcrafting, in my opinion. And it's not too heavy. It's a little, it's perfect size. It's like 4.5 inches, so it's a 1/2 inch longer than a Mora. It's got this nice finger choil, so you can get up in here and really do some detail work. And if you like convex for bushcraft, this would be sweet. But nice thick spine, I like that a lot. You could even do a little batoning with it. It's not designed for that, but you could. But awesome finger choil, not even close to getting on the edge. The edge doesn't start to like here, so not bad with that. You can see right here on the blade, Condor, stamped in, not written or anything, 420 high carbon. And then on the other side of the blade, stamped in El Salvador. Yeah, I mean, aside from the dullness of the blade itself is sweet. And if you can get it sharp, cool. You're not going to regret that, particularly with that finger choil. I really like that. And you can get in maybe if you're doing your, for hunting and you're doing your really detailed cutting, it'll do the job. The handle, I wear large size gloves, So the handle feels, you know, I mean, I definitely still got a little bit of room there. The finger guard does great for holding my hand. No jimping along here, but this is my preferred style. This is very similar to my SK5 by Ontario knife. Now that's like 10 times as much as this guy, but or 5 times as much. But I like it with there's no, you know, up and down and thumb ramps or anything. I just like it nice and flat, and as long as it's thick enough that I can get a good finger on, hold with my thumb. This is my preferred style of knife, just nice and flat from beginning to end on the top of it up here. So the finger choil, I mean the finger guard right here does great for holding it in your hand. Nice rounded on the wood. The wood, I mean, it's just a classy looking knife. When you just look at that, I mean, that's just classy looking. You look like you, I mean, this looks like you whipped it out of either, yeah, it's some sort of jungle movie, you know, like some Vietnam War movie, and that's like on the Viet Cong guy, or you know, some sort of cowboy knife. You know, you're on the ranch and you whip that out. I mean, that's your all purpose knife. I mean, it just looks like it. Nice brass rivets in there to hold it in place. You got a nice lanyard hole. You can get paracord through there definitely. And I mean, just the handle is really nice. Now, it's hardwood and it's finished, so I mean, there's no grip whatsoever, which is a little bit of a downside to me. But I mean, just for the style of the knife, you don't want G10 or some other, you know, grippy blah 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 type of thing. I mean, it's just a classy looking knife in that, and it just feels really good in your hand. I really like the feel of it. And again, it just looks like you pulled it out of like a cowboy movie or something, or some sort of jungle movie. So that's the knife itself. Overall, how do I feel? If this came sharp, I'd be like, yes, buy it. It is amazing. You're not going to regret it. This is such a cool knife to have, particularly for the price point. You're talking like 35 bucks for this particular type of knife. For you know, like right around there. You know, I always try and give you kind of a wide range there. You can sometimes they're more, sometimes they're less, but yeah, right around the $35 mark, you're going to be able to buy this knife. And if you're good at sharpening and you like convex, get it. I mean, you're not going to regret it. If you are not a sharpener, you're like, dude, once my knife's dull, I like throw them away. This ain't the knife for you. You're not going to like it, and you're not going to do any work with it. But if you can sharpen convex edges, or you like to sharpen, this is the baby for you. Particularly with that nice high 420 high carbon steel. The sheath itself, like all Condor products, leather, very good quality, nice and thick, nice seams, stamped, you know, to hold it in place. Very thick leather, nice big belt loop. You'll get that on a normal size belt, probably not a tactical one, but this is not a tactical knife in any form. But really nice sewn in, double stitching, really thick. So I mean, this is going to last a lifetime in my opinion. You know, you get it in here. The hilt needs a little bit of help. Maybe over time, you know, it'll wear out and hold in there nice. But you know, it takes a little pushing in to get it in there. You'll probably have to double hand push it in when it's on your belt for a little while till this leather wears in. You know, but once it's in, no rattle. It ain't coming out upside down, you know, or anything else like that. You could definitely, if you wanted to, punch a little hole in here and run some leather strapping to strap it to your leg as well. So overall, my overall impressions for the Condor line, it's very, from what I'm hearing, very typical of the sharpness of the knife. So if you have other Condor products, what you see is what you get. You know, if this is maybe your first dive into it, for the price, and if you're looking for kind of a cool, classy looking knife that you might be able to either do bushcrafting with, maybe some small survival, you know, stuff, or hunting, you know, or just carrying around the ranch maybe or something, sure, as long as you can resharpen it. Again, it all comes back down to the sharpening. Aside from that edge, it's a really great little knife, and I really like it. Just know what you're doing when it comes to the sharpening. So, thanks for watching, guys. Stay equipped, stay prepared. We'll see you out there.